Today on EA Sports. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the visiting team.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Eddie Pinheiro is set to kick off.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On first down, Hebert, rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Operating from the gun, Hebert out to his left. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
2-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Third down and 13.
Back to throw. Hebert in trouble, and he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Rolling to his right, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On play action, Allen eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described That's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive, and they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
At the 41-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can call up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Here's Swift. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 83 up, and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
A 7-yard.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant direction.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw. Hebert. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
54-yard line.
54, Mike. Check.
To throw on 2nd down. Hebert. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down. Hebert rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset, he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
And his kick is right through. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out to 1st and 10. Hebert got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 36-yard line.
Play fake. Hebert, he'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Partner, it's off into man coverage.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Hebert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's at the 50. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a carry for Swift. They find some open field here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
The quarterback taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Hebert. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing on first down. Hebert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. 4. Operating from the gun. Hebert. And he comes back with one complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Hebert. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Third down and 3.
From the gun on third down. Hebert looking middle, and that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are able to get a score back. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
On the return, it's McBride. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play, but sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Here we go. Here we go. 58's the money. 58's the money.
Allen off the play fake. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Steps away. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way down to the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. This is caught, and so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half.
Another nice job there defensively. They've had it bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give them a chance to break off a big one.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
No doubt about it, and we just saw it there. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Down and
On third and long, it's Allen. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Hebert. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Hebert's pass.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Hebert. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Taken down and sacked.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it.
do us like that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. And they rattle off a big one. 44 yards to the air. Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
On 1st down, Hebert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after them now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Hebert. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
On 1st and 10, Hebert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alvin Kamara, 83 yards. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit. Well, he's used to running at that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Allen. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Allen's throw is complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver,
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
how about that one?
And the pressure gets to him again.
A loss of 6 yards.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now Allen to throw. Off the play fake. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Allen now, off play action, escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New York ready to go again offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Hebert. On the right side open is Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 2nd down. Hebert out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
At the 10-yard line.
From the gun, Hebert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2.
Operating from the gun. Hebert, his pass caught at the 4. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. From the gun, Hebert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal.
And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Yeah, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again. Hebert. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Big Sears right here.
Off the play fake. Allen. They'll roll him out right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Flush to his right. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Boy, people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hebert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hebert. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now.